How are you doing, my dear?
I'm doing a lot better now. Okay, yeah, I want to talk to you about this incident occurred a little while ago, around the 18th of June. According to police reports, the one in question had you listed as a witness. I believe you were on the scene and in the vehicle. At the time, there were two homicides, as near as we can tell. One, Luke Colton, and another person known as Lorenzo Abbot, a.k.a. Big Puffer or Puffa, as you might say.
Rest in peace.
Now, before we get started, Walter, do you mind if I record this just for record-keeping sake as an official statement? And then we can discuss afterwards, if this is a statement you feel comfortable about, should this matter go to court, to be willing to testify.
Well, I guess my question would be, who going to have access to those recordings? Is it just
so the
law enforcement? Is it just DA?
Yeah.
Office?
So at this point in time, it would be strictly the district attorney's office. If at any time that you feel like you don't want to answer a question or what have you, like I said, you're not under any kind of criminal investigation in this, Walter, at all. The interest is purely as a witness to the event. We understand you were in the car at the time that the event happened. So,
okay. Yeah,
so
I was there, man. I was there.
Pretty key witness, and I've already spoken to some individuals in the area as well. So we're just my role in the process is to just gather the evidence. That's it. And then as far as guilt to innocence of any people that are named, mentioned, or anything else, that's going to be a further downstream in the process. To my knowledge, no arrests have been made in this matter yet. So we're trying to help the PD out to make sure that justice gets done in this. Okay.
Yeah, man. It's something I want to, so I'll help you out best I can.
Right.
Yeah.
So this goes back to the. You have a recollection of that day back on the. This would be the 18th of June.
Yeah. It's gets a little fuzzier each day that passes, but I do recall, pretty well what transpired that day.
I have so many whiteboards, chat. Okay, so my understanding is the day was kind of one of those really good typical days, beautiful weather. It was pretty clear outside. Is that right?
Yeah. It was a nice day, man. Yeah, everything up to what happened was really fun, man. It was kind of out of the ordinary fun was the weird part. It was kind of everyone was having a great time. We had a scooter parade.
A scooter parade. Okay, I didn't hear about that yet.
Yeah.
Lily had. She had shared with. My understanding is that that you guys had just got through having a little bit of lunch, or just picked up lunch. Lucky Plucker, right?
It is correct. So, yeah, definitely. We had a scooter parade earlier in the day. It just kind of stands out to me because it was such a weird, man. It went from such a fun day to probably the worst day of my life, and it snapped with a finger. We had that scooter parade. Everyone's out there on scooters, man, riding around, having a good time. Beeping and honking and just laughing. We went down, and then the scooter parade ended. I was in a car with Big Puff, Luke, with Lily, and myself. And I went through the drive-through, ordered up some food, man. Remember Luke getting out of the car and going up to the window and asking about getting some Jim Beam and his milkshake or something like that. And then we got our food and drove back down to the beach, parked there in the parking lot right close to the sand.
Let me stop you right there. Could you describe the where everyone was sitting in the car?
Yeah, let me think about this. So I believe it was, oh man, it's tough to recollect. I think it was
why don't we
Luke in the,
I was going to say, why don't we start with where you were? Where were you seated in the car?
I think I was in the back right, I think.
You mean the driver's side? Driver's side back? Okay.
Yeah.
And then Lily Sky, was she seated next to you on the right passenger side rear?
Yeah. That sounds right.
And then behind the wheel, you already stated that Big Puffer was driving, and so
he was driving. I think we were in his car. I think. Yeah. And then Luke must have been in the passenger seat.
All right. And that aligns with the police report.
Yeah, because I remember ordering the food, so I think I told Puff to pull up so I could order for us. So I must have been on the same side as him and behind him. So that makes sense.
Okay, perfect. So then you drive down towards the beach. Was there anything in the car that was said? Anyone's looks, reactions that appeared to be concerning?
No, man, I can honestly say it was a really, how do I put this? It was a real like jolly mood. Everyone was having a good time, man. We just ordered food. We're having our drinks and having our food in the car there, and making jokes and laughing, and there's nothing that struck me as odd. It actually seemed a lot more easygoing than normal.
So, as far as days go, then you would say, up until that point in time, it was a uncharacteristically good day.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, like I said, everyone's having a good time, man. There are a lot of people in the scooter parade. We got food, and we're having a good time. We're eating fast food, picking out, making jokes about the cock rings and the cock fries and all that. Everyone was enjoying themselves.
All right. And how would you say the did you recall? What was your relationship? I guess let me start there. What was your relationship with Lorenzo Abbot and Luke Colton?
Well, basically, man, I worked for him. I had met Luke just kind of randomly one day, and he invited me to come down to the beach and do some metal detecting for him. He had a company called Lucky Luke's Loops. Big Puffer, man, that was his manager as a VP, basically. He was kind of the second in command, so to speak. So I worked with them for, probably about a week up until this happened, and we got to know each other pretty good, just down there on the beach, bullshitting, having a good time. Doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and it was nice enough to employ me, give me solids to the job, and I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed the company, and I enjoyed what we did.
Did the company have anybody, giving him problems, troubles? Either the company or perhaps Mr. Colton or Mr. Abbott, people that you knew they had crossed?
Not that I knew of. I mean, there was a couple of beefs that happened down there on the beach, man, but those got handled, squashed pretty quick. I'd see a man come down there one time, and he's talking shit, and Luke punched him out, and the same man would come down the next day, and they'd shake hands, and everything would be cool. So I didn't notice nothing that was specifically strange or ongoing, so to speak. Everything that happened seemed to get settled there, you know, at the time. It wasn't anything that was dragging on or that he talked about as being a problem.
Okay. So go ahead and take me through. So you're driving along. Whose idea was it to go to the beach?
Well, I don't remember. It might have just been a collective thing. Like that's where we were all kind of working. So we're just gonna go down, like look at the ocean while we're eating our food and things. It might have been Big Puffs, but I don't remember specifically.
Okay. Do you recall maybe Lily saying, "Hey, let's go to the beach"?
You know, she might have. She might have. Like I said, it's hard to recall it because it was, you know, a real just jolly mood, and so I don't remember exactly who said whether. Just kind of someone would say something, and everyone would kind of be on board with it. It kind of sounds familiar though.
But it could have been anybody in the car. It's not, you're not specifically recalling a specific person.
No, I don't remember a specific person saying it. I just know that somebody did, and everyone's like, okay, you know, that's where we usually are, so might as well go down there and enjoy some food and not have to work. So,
did you witness anyone on the phone at the time as you were traveling down towards the beach? Either texting or making a phone call?
Well, it's kind of. I think Lily was on her phone, but I don't think much of it, you know. I was eating my cock rings and such, and it didn't seem like anything I was doing.
Was it a phone call or just
ladies in their phones?
Just, you know, type of typical message.
She looked like text. She just typical message. Like I said, I think I can't be 100% sure, but I think I saw her on her phone.
Okay, all right. And then you guys rolled up. You park down there off of right at the beach there, north side, in that big parking lot. Did you notice a large, were there other vehicles around in the same kind of line that you parked in, or were you guys pretty much by yourself?
We were pretty much by ourselves. I mean, there were cars in the lot, but nothing that was close to us that I recall seeing.
Okay. So, so you're sitting there eating your food, and then tell me what you observed at that point in time, as the incident started to happen.
Yeah. Well, to my memory, we were facing, the front of the car was facing towards the beach, and there's a car that came up, kind of went on to the sidewalk there, people walking at it, and it pulled up there next to us. And sorry, there was a man. There were two men in the car. One was driving, one was in the passenger seat. Looked like two-door sedan.
Do you recall if the
man in the passenger seat
do you recall if the doors were open, or were they torn off, and it was just the vehicle itself?
I don't remember, man. I feel like the doors were attached still. Maybe the windows were down.
Okay, all right. And go ahead, continue. You said two men on the inside. And can you tell me what they were wearing?
I can't remember what the driver was wearing. I couldn't really see him too well. I remember the man in the passenger seat. I was wearing a monkey mask. I remember that. I couldn't really see kind of clothes he had on, maybe a sweatshirt or.
And this monkey mask, was it a kind of a shaped head like a monkey that you might see at a movie theater, or was it more like a motorcycle helmet that sort of looked like a monkey, or maybe even like that Ohio State Buckeye kind of look?
I gotcha. It's kind of more like a motorcycle helmet, kind of covered a good part of the head, I'd say. But yeah, definitely monkey.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Now the vehicle, when you said it was, you saw it driving on the sidewalk. Did you see what direction it came? Was it coming from underneath the pier, or did it turn in and then just swing along the parking lot? Like come in behind you and swing along the parking lot?
Yeah, I think it just came, it didn't come from the beach. I'm pretty sure it didn't come from the beach. I think, no, I didn't really pay too much attention to it till it rolled up next to us. But it rolled up, I think, just down the parking lot, pathway there, and then went down into the walkway of the beach, and then turned around and pulled up next to us.
Okay, and as it pulled up next to you, at that point in time, was there anything that was said between the two parties? Welcome everybody from Driving Rain Stream.
Yeah.
Good to have you. Welcome. Hope you had a good stream.
Man in the passenger seat, he said something about you guys friends with this purple hair bitch. And I think you were talking about Lily. She had pink hair, but he said,
how you doing, Driving Rain?
That purple hair bitch. And we said, I think Luke responded, no, we just picked her up, which is basically true. I mean, I met her once or twice, but never, hadn't really hung out with her till that night. And then, and he said something like, oh, well, you should pick some better friends, man. And then he opened fire.
You saw DA investigator had to throw some love? All right, man. How you doing, Driving Rain? Okay, so I understand that they said, are you friends with this purple-haired bitch? Maybe did they say something like,
yeah,
Jesus Christ. Did you see that? It exploded against the, like a helicopter just flew into the building.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I did not, I heard it, but I did not see it. Was it?
No, it was kind of up in that direction. All right. Well, just, again, Mark.
Jesus.
Crazy shit, huh?
Death surrounds us.
Like, welcome to Los Santos. We don't tell time by the ringing of a bell. It's by, like, a blimp slamming into the side of a building.
Goddamn right.
All right. Yeah, hey, welcome, guys. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's busting ass. We've got all kinds of different things. Dealing with a serial kidnapper. Holy shit. Can we get a shout out for Driving Rain, please? Guys, give him a follow if you would. Give him some love. Thanks, guys, for coming over. All right, so they said, are you friends with that purple-haired bitch in the... did they say the purple-haired bitch in the back? God, I hope not.
I don't remember. I mean...
King of Autumn, thank you for those 95 Shamrock
with
biddies.
dyed hair, so I think the man just fucked up when he, trying to describe who he's talking about.
But it was in your
I don't know.
opinion, you believe the man was talking about Lily Sky when he said it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And then he said, then there was something said from the front passenger, from the front. Did you make out what that was? Well, this is where it ends.
You saying that in response to him?
5% left. Yeah. Was there any response coming from the vehicle, from your vehicle? When that statement was made.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's
After
3
that,
a.m.
I think Luke said to him,
Mira, I understand.
No, we just picked her up.
Okay, and then you said no, or not you, but do you know who said that? Was that one of the two passengers in the front?
Well, that's contagious.
Oh, with Luke, man.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, so thank you very much, Mira. Appreciate you dropping by. So Luke makes that statement, and then they say, well, then you should pick better friends. And that's when the passenger or the driver or both that opened fire?
It might have been both, but all I saw was the passenger. It all happened so fast, man. It all happened, lickety split.
All right. And did you see the weapon that was used?
It looked like some kind of automatic pistol. It was definitely automatic, man, the way them shots are ringing off. It was a small
Okay.
weapon. It wasn't anything big.
Like a
It looked like it might have been an
Tech
automatic
9,
pistol.
maybe? Are you familiar with those? Purple
Something
Tentacle,
like
how you
that,
doing,
yeah,
man?
something compact, but you know, able to spit out a bunch of rounds real
Okay.
quick.
All right, so some sort of automatic pistol. All right, and were you struck at all?
No, I didn't get hit once, man, which is weird to me because I was sitting next to Lily in the back. Instead of shooting at her, they shot at the two in the front, man. They shot at Luke and Puff.
Okay. The person's voice, that the guy that wore the beanie hat, not the other guy, not the one in the pig mask, the other one, the passenger.
Oh, the monkey mask,
Have
man.
you ever hear his voice before?
Not that I can remember. I mean, there's a lot of people in the city, man. There's, you know, people with distinct voices for sure, but it's tough to pick out. Oh yeah, that's this guy. You know, it's hard. I never really heard a voice like his.
You encounter somebody, you know, do anything to you in the past with the beanie mask or the monkey mask?
No, not that I can remember.
Okay. And then, are you familiar with a gentleman by the name of Cliffhanger?
I met him once or twice. I know he was there that day. I think he was trying to help us out after everything happened.
And what do you know about Cliff? What can you tell me about him?
Honestly, not much. I only really met him in person, man. I haven't really had a conversation with him one-on-one, nothing like that. Just kind of been like, oh, hey, this is Cliff. Oh, hey, Cliff, what up, man? I'm Walter T. Goddamn Fop, kind of thing.
You need to get that trademarked, by the way. So it could be like, you know, Walter T. Goddamn Fop TM.
I put it on my business
Okay.
cards, but I mean, by that I mean I write that down on my napkins, which I hand out to people with my phone number. But yeah, man, ain't a bad idea. You're the lawman here.
Yeah, I know. I just thought I'd throw that out there for you. What about where do you know where he was? When did you first notice him arrive on the scene?
I think he was walking down. He was either down on the beach doing some metal detecting, or he was walking up on the boardwalk. He basically ran up after it happened.
All right, he ran up. Did he make any statements to you or anything like that gave you pause? Anything you remember that stands out?
Oh, not really. I think he was trying to help. I remember him helping out when Officer Trooper or Boscarilla got on scene. He was helping him out with some of the medical bags and holding some shit here, holding some shit there. But he was just kind of reacting to what was going on. I didn't notice anything odd about him.
All right, fair enough. When you, about how long did it take Trooper Boscarelli to arrive on scene?
Yeah, not that long. I'm pretty sure I was the one to call 911. I told Lily to start CPR on I think it was Luke. I had her get him out the car and start CPR on him. Pretty sure I'm the one to call 911, and he probably arrived on scene within 4 minutes max. He was pretty quick.
Okay, perfect. And then last question I have is, did you witness that vehicle leave the scene?
Yeah, he drove away right after he got done shooting, man. I think he just left right out the beach parking lot there. I think he took a right, but I don't remember. I was focused on. I'm trying to help Luke and
I
Puss.
understand. I mean, that's had to be pretty traumatic to, like you said, one of the worst days, if not the worst day of your life. I can understand.
Yeah, it wasn't the best, man. It wasn't the best.
Okay. Do you recall the color, make of the car?
It was a 2-door. Looked like maybe a diamond or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was.
All right, but you're pretty confident it left out through the parking lot, kind of the normal way people come and go inside of that parking lot. Would you say that's correct?
Yeah, they didn't take off down the beach or nothing.
Yeah,
like
they
that,
were
no.
probably hauling ass because they knew shots had been rung out and somebody was likely to. Well, they had left 2 witnesses on the scene.
Yeah, and he was just trying to get the fuck out of there quick as he could, man.
All right, fair enough. All right, anything else that you can think of might help us find these guys, Walter?
I wish there was, man. I wish I had that one little nugget of information. He'd just be like, bam, got him. But I don't. I talked to Lily a couple of times since it happened. I know she was having a tough time with it for a while.
And how so? When you say she was having a tough time with it, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, after it happened, she changed her hair color right away and started dressing different and shit like that. It's using a different name. The first time I seen her after it happened down at the beach, she had dark hair and introduced herself as someone else, but I could kind of tell it was her, and that's when me and her went and talked for the first time since it happened.
Tell me a little bit about that conversation. How'd it go?
Well, I think she was scared. She was scared of me. She was scared of pretty much everybody at that point, man.
I see. So, would you characterize her changing her appearance as kind of a way to protect herself?
Yeah, I guess what she said, at least. That's what she said. I think she worried I was gonna be mad at her. She told me some shit about maybe telling some names she shouldn't have told to somebody, and I don't know all the details, but she was shook up.
Yeah, I understand. And you've met with her again since?
Yeah, a couple times.
Would you characterize her as still...
I only talked to one cop about it, though. Oh, I said I only talked to one cop about it, and that was Boscarelli. He was the only guy I've been, talking to him twice since it happened. The first time at the hospital there, he kind of asked me, give my statement to him. And then saw him, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and him and I talked about it again to see if I heard anything or seen anything, and I didn't have any other information at the time, unfortunately.
I got you. All right. All right. Well, I think the I think that's all the questions I've got for you, Walter. I'm just I'm working on gathering kind of the facts all together in this case, and trying to look at objectively, all the things that we know, and then identifying the things that we need to get some sort of where we need to go look, right? So it's a big job, but
I know it's tough.
Big job, but it's not impossible. All right, we can figure out who did this. And if we do, we'd appreciate your testimony.
All right. That'd be something I have to think about, but if you find the man, yeah, let me know, man. I was there. I saw it happen, so.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be tough for y'all. I ain't need a whole lot of evidence and all that. And
Well, no, it's I understand. I mean,
it's hard, man. You were talking about.
I mean.